guys, welcome back to a brand new video.
We are back again with Christopher Nolan SZN, and if you guys have been following along, you know we are on Interstellar. So let's get into it.
So this movie was released in 2014, and it stars Matthew McConaughey in the lead role. In Earth's future, a global crop blight and second dust bowl are slowly rendering the planet uninhabitable. Professor Bland, played by Michael Caine, a brilliant NASA physicist, is working on plans to save mankind by transporting Earth's population to new home via a wormhole. But first, Brand must send former NASA pilot Cooper, played by Matthew McConaughey, and a team of researchers through the wormhole and across the galaxy to find out which of 3 planets could be mankind's new home.
Yeah, so this movie's crazy.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons. The biggest reason is I don't fully understand it.
I understand it up until the end. But that's the thing, wormholes confuse me, and like this whole time traveling thing confuses me.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this film, out of all his films, obviously we haven't seen the newest Tenet, but out of all his films, this is the one that confuses me the most, where I don't find or see the main point. Like normally with the other ones, I might not understand every single detail, but I kind of understand the main point. It kind of brings it back together in some way. This one is just left way more open to me. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like there's so many questions that just don't fully get answered, in my opinion. Like, and if they do get answered, I just feel like it's so confusing and it's not laid out in a way for it to be understood easily, which I know a lot of the films aren't like that, where it's easily understandable, but it's easier than this.
Well, I know you like Christopher Nolan films. You think they're good quality and they're made very well. But do you think he makes them to where he confuses himself and he doesn't understand what's happening? No? I
think he knows exactly what he's doing. I think he knows exactly what he's doing, and I do, because people dug into his other films prior, and like they find all these little details and everything that connects and stuff, and I feel like they've done that so many times at so many films that there's no way it's coincidence that like it's always like that. Like he knows exactly what he's doing. But I feel like this is what he likes though. He likes people not fully understanding.
Yeah.
Or trying to figure it out.
Most people at least.
So, and I think it's also to do with like, this isn't as simple as other things. Just because this has to do with space and wormholes and like galaxies and dimensions and all this stuff, so it's very much different than just his prior films. Even Inception to me is on a simpler form than this, because this is out of the world, literally. I mean, I guess Inception kind of is too, within dreams and stuff, but this one just, I don't know, this one's just more complex in my opinion.
So I'm not really familiar with Christopher Nolan films, like his style and all of that, but well, I would like to believe that I'm starting to get a hang of it, like be able to spot a movie of his, like be like, oh, that's Christopher Nolan, because I don't really keep up with stuff like that. I don't keep up with who directed what movie, or
which I don't either, which like fully. I'm only starting to now because we have this channel.
I feel like this movie, compared to all of the other movies he has made aside from Batman, this one doesn't really seem like his style of movie. I feel like this is the one that you're not really going to point out of, oh, this is a Christopher Nolan film.
I think I see your point, but I think it is as well, just because his movies, he likes to make them puzzles.
Like the cliffhanger at the end.
And there's definitely a lot of Christopher Nolan elements in this film, but I see what you're saying, because I did get that feeling when I was watching it. Like this feels a little different, but there's still so many elements that scream Christopher Nolan. So it's kind of weird. It kind of plays both sides. Yeah, so I think what this movie does is it's easier to understand on a certain level than other films, but it's harder to understand in the sense like, how does this make sense? I get what you're telling me or showing me, but how does it make sense logically in your head? I don't know. This film's crazy. Like this, I like this film because it is crazy, and I haven't looked into it, and that's probably why I don't have so many answers. So if I was able to look into it and see what other people are, tying together, or this or that, or explaining things a little better, I'd probably be more into it. But overall, it's still a good film, but it's definitely not one of my favorite. And the acting was good. I think what this movie did have, though, compared to some of his other ones, this movie was more emotional than some of his other ones.
Because of his relationship with his daughter?
All that. Even the Brand or whatever, like her and her father passing away.
Oh, yeah.
This movie was way more emotional than his other movies.
Yeah, the other movies really didn't get me with being emotional. And I cry on movies, so
yeah. I
didn't feel any type of like wanting to cry on the other movies. But on this one, I think I was holding back tears.
This was also a big thing about love that he was saying. So yeah, normally his film, he doesn't really go for that in his films, but I think this film he was going for that, while also still looking into some crazy sci-fi craziness. But love was in emotional state was still like a big thing. So yeah, with all that being said though, you would think I would love this movie. because I like this kind of stuff. But it just didn't connect with me like his other ones did. But anyways, though, that's gonna be it for the review. Yeah, just because we have nothing much to say. This is another one that can go on for an hour if we just keep looping back into like how does this make sense and all these different things if we try to figure it out. That's not this type of video or this type of channel. Anyways, though, yeah, let's get into the ratings.
So I feel like I would normally give this movie a rating somewhere in the 80s, but taking accountability for wanting to watch it again in the future, it's pretty low. So with that being said, I think I would give this film a 76. 75.
And for me, I'd probably have to give this film an 84. Still like it a lot. I still think, again, this movie had perfect Christopher Nolan type camera angles. With some of this stuff that was shot, like you can tell this is a Christopher Nolan film because to me, he has some of the best angles that are shot in his movies. But anyways, though, like I said, that's gonna be it for the review. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. We appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And comment down below your thoughts on the film. If you guys can make sense of this movie, definitely comment down below. Or if you have any other thoughts or ideas for this movie.
Or questions.
Yeah, feel free to leave them down below. But anyways, though, my name's Matt.
My name's Nicole.
And we'll catch you next time.